All right, so I think yes, we are live, and I can see we already have Laura posting something in the chat. And let me just see my phone if we are all ready, and then I'll begin. Okay, yes, we are all set. So thank you so much, everyone. I could see only three people have started joining us, but yeah, that's a good number to start with. Good morning, wherever you are from. Good afternoon, good evening in India. Thank you so much for joining us today in this live stream. And today's topic is influence matters, the thought behind your decision making. This topic we have got from the learners itself. A lot of learners were asking these questions to us, and then we were like, okay, why not to put it in the topic for the live stream, discuss with our learners, and you will get some tips and practice from there. So if you can see it today, here, this is usually Markita's place, but today Markita is not there with me, and we have incredible, everyone's favorite, Shanaya. Shanaya is our point of contact. As I could see, as I'll announce Shanaya, people will start, hi Shanaya, hi Shanaya. So she's that favorite. So Shanaya is here from employability.live. If you could see here, we have beautiful panel. We have Radhika, we have Kunal, both are from GL Bajaj Institute, again from Noida, and they have joined us from India. So it's like we are sitting in London, they have joined us from India, and I'm sure we must be getting audience from all around the world. So now I would be starting with a normal question. I'll start with Shanaya. Shanaya, how are you feeling today?
I am feeling a little jet lagged, I'm not gonna lie. So I've just come back from a vacation right now in New York. So I'm feeling a little jet lagged, but I'm really excited for the live stream. So I couldn't miss it. And I missed it last week when I was supposed to do it. So this time I was like, there's no way I'm missing it.
Did you just say you came from New York?
Yeah, I came to one day back.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What did you do there?
I went to meet a few friends, but it was super hectic and everything was cramped in. So I was exhausted after that.
And did you join us last week from US by any chance? Because I'm just trying to understand. Okay, we are getting audience from US, India.
You know, the thing is, the time difference was so bad. Like, even when I would get work emails, I couldn't answer them. It'd be like 5 a.m. in the morning or something. So I missed last week's web live stream.
Okay, no problem. But as we have Shanaya already here, everybody who are there in the audience, if you would like to say hi, hello, welcome to Radhika, Kunal, Shanaya, please do that. In the meantime, I'll go to the learners. Radhika and Kunal, how are you feeling today? What are you up to? What is your energy looking like today? Tell us. I'll start with Radhika. Radhika, come on.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm super duper excited for today's event. The topic is so interesting, and I hope that you guys will connect with us and see in your future.
Thank you so much, Radhika. Kunal, goes to you. How are you feeling today? What are you up to? And like you're wearing all blazer and everything, already looking smart. So tell us, what are you thinking? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling just now. Hello, everyone. Firstly, uh, I'm feeling somehow nervous but excited. Lots of excitement and awesome also. And the today's topic is very excitement and having lots of knowledge in behind this topic. So everyone will get involved in this and get interest in this topic.
Thank you so much, Kunal. You are not at all feeling nervous because, like when we started this team chat, I said that you guys are ready and we might be feeling that way. So don't say that. And let me just quickly see who all have joined us. So we have Aryan Yadav, Astha Snehil, Disha Sharma, Vivek Bahuguna, everybody, hello, and thank you very much for joining us today. And I could see the number is growing, and I'm sure we are going to give a lot to the audience. So now I will be starting with the interaction, engagement, and the question around that we always have. So, guys, I'm gonna come on my first question to you guys. The first question is. Do external factors such as surrounding or environment influence your decision making process? If yes, then how? So I would go for Radhika first.
Yes, definitely, external factors are affecting our decision making process. I think external factors are those that stem or that arise from our surroundings. It may include expectations from our family, from our relatives, from our friends, anybody. It can be a cultural or it can be a gender stereotype. So these factors may influence decision making in maybe in positive way or maybe in negative way. For example, after making decision about your career direction, it is very important to be mindful of external factors that may affect. So once you have narrowed down the career choices, you will or you want to set a goal and develop that action. So definitely, once you are completing with your choice of action, you have to look forward. So I completely agree that external factors affect the decision making process.
Okay, yes, I even agree with what Radhika said, but then let's hear from Kunal. Kunal, what do you think? Do you think external factors such as surrounding or environment influence your decision making process? If yes, then how?
Absolutely right, man. We are living in a surrounding or an external environment only. We meet so much of people around us. We daily meet not in a physical form, but in a social media also. So we are always connected with environment or surroundings by internet or by when we are outside.
Yeah.
So in today's life, the internet mainly, I say that the internet are influencing our choices, our decision. It could be a long term choice or a short term. It could be long term decision or a short term decision.
Yeah.
So, for example, I take my example only. I used to watch vlogging. So, vlogging, travel vlogging. So, I not have a main agenda to travel earlier, but because of seeing that traveling vlogs and this, I also fascinated by seeing that all
Yeah.
beauties of natures and different areas. So I get influenced by them and seeing the world is uh, very beautiful. So I also get interested to visit world tour and every place. So yes, the surrounding, it could be a digital or it could be external or a physical. They affect our decision making.
Yeah, very true, and very great example. Nowadays, internet is really influencing our decisions. And now I'm coming on Shanaya. Shanaya, what do you think of this question? Do you think external factors influence your decision making? If yes, then how?
Firstly, I think our learners have said everything. Like, I completely agree with them, especially Kunal, because my parents love to travel. So before they travel, every day they're seeing like new places to go, new places to eat. So that's very important. For me, I would like, before I moved to London when I was 17. So I didn't make any decisions before. Like, my friends made them or my family made them. And when I came here, I was like suddenly like thrown into this like huge city, and I had to make all these decisions for
For
myself.
yourself, yeah.
And I think with time and experience, you grow as a person and you have a stronger sense of self, and it's more easy to make decisions. But like, being in India and being in London, that external situation, definitely it influences your decisions. For me, my friends and family play a huge role in the decisions I make. So yeah, I completely agree. I think it does have a huge impact.
You actually touched upon a very sensitive part as well, where it comes culture.
Yeah.
Because when you mentioned that India and then
Yeah.
this place, so yes, it's just not external factors. It is also where you're coming from, your culture, your upbringing, your family surroundings. That all I think influence your decision making process. All right, so yes, I'm going to go on the second question now. But before that, I'll ask our audience. I could see Vikas Vikal has joined us recently and he's saying hello. Hello, Vikas. Thank you so much for joining us. Shekhar Mishra is there as well. Thank you so much, Shekhar, for joining us. So, this is the same question to you guys. Do you think external factors influence your decision making process? If yes, then how? We also have Palki. Palki, thank you so much for joining us. And now I'm going on the second question. So now the second question is, um, okay, I started this live streaming by asking you guys, how are you feeling today? So, how do emotions and feeling impact the decisions we make in our daily lives? So, I would go for Radhika first. Radhika, please tell us how your emotions and feelings change your decision.
Definitely, emotions change the feeling as they shape the decision via the thought process. It's based on the evidence that emotions are associated with different patterns or different conflicts. So, for example, we have anger, we have love, we have hate, we have many emotions connected to each and every individual or every human being, right? So, anger scores high in terms of the dimensions of the certainty, but in contrast, we have, like, we can say anger connects with negative events, but in contrast fear involves low certainty, and as well as low sense of control, low fear of control. So I can see these differences predict that emotions will influence the decision making part.
I think I completely agree with that. Like, I'm a very emotional person. All my decisions are heart over mind. What about you, Kunal? How do you feel emotions and feelings impact the decisions we make?
Uh, the emotions, I will connect the emotion with my heart and the rational part from my brain. So I make the difference. I make the percentage. I will take a decision, 20% decision from my heart and 80% decision from my brain. So the emotion part will affect my decision, but when I done the lesser part of my brain or heart and more part of my brain, so it the emotions will not always make a good decisions. The brain or say the rational part will make a higher better decision. So I am not do or say listen my heart. I listen my brain so to make a good decision, and the emotional part also do a spontaneous action. But the brain takes time, so I take my time to get ready for make for getting ready for my decisions, and I use my brain to do more help in decision making. So for me the decision making part will become more easy part. So this
I think I am actually agree to what Kunal said. Especially, okay, here I'm not doing any biases, but especially when it comes to men's, they are always, very practical, and they take their decisions like, not emotionally but very practically, and that's where Kunal's answer is coming from. Whereas Radhika said that she is into emotions, and of course her decisions changes as per her feelings. So now I'm gonna ask Shanaya, what is your take on this?
I think I agree more with Radhika. I wish I could be like Kunal and take decisions very strategically, but I always sort of am guided by my emotions. But I think one thing I always keep in mind, especially if it's a big decision, is it something I'll be okay with in the next few years? Like, would I look back and regret that? Or would I be like, oh, I did something wrong? I think as long as you're sure that you have a strong sense of self and you're sure that at this moment the decision you're taking is right, you're not hurting anybody or you're not affecting anything major, I think that's the most important for me. And then I always have my friends to call or my mom for advice or my colleagues, so that's how I make any important decision. What about you, Gunjan?
For me, okay, when I was in the college and when I was graduating, uh, uh, like I come from very small town in India, and then I got shifted to Pune for my engineering. That time I was very emotional because homesickness and everything
Yeah.
was changing. That time all the decisions I've taken was very emotional, which I sometimes regrets for some. And then I learned, like in a time I learned that, okay, not always emotional decisions gives you best that you want.
Yeah.
And now you see me, whatever it is, I go for the practical ones. Even like if you can see the real example now, I am not well today. I mean, I am well today, better than before. Thank you so much to everybody who has sent me good wishes, because I remember last live stream Supriya was there, Makita was there, and they said that Gunjan is not well. Please send her good wishes. So thank you so much. So yes, from last week, comparatively, I'm better, but I'm still recovering. But then I wanted to come today. Live stream is something I love doing, and that is the reason today I am here. And that is one of the practical decisions I have taken. So this is just an example, and I just keep on doing that way. So it's like I'm not dependent on my emotions, but I am dependent on what my practical situation in life is.
But wouldn't you say that's more of an emotional decision because you love doing it, so that's guided by emotion, right?
I won't take it as an emotion, but I would take it as my job.
Yeah.
So that is something practical.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, I could see Astha Snail is saying emotional intelligence help us to make some pure bonds. Astha, you're 100% correct. And whereas Shekhar is also saying emotional intelligence always play a vital role. It is, yes, agree to you too. Aryan is saying, I completely agree with Radhika. So, Radhika, you got a point. Again, Asta is saying, I am completely agree with Kunal and Radhika. So, I think Asta is also like 50-50. Sometimes she takes practical decisions, sometimes she takes emotional ones. So, okay, I think people are really enjoying this topic. Ashish said, I agree with Radhika. So, Ashish has given you the vote again, Radhika. Let's move on to the question.
Next
third.
question.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Radhika, let's start with you. Can you provide an example of a personal value or belief that has influenced a significant decision in your life?
Definitely, ma'am. I would like to start this answer with a statement. Like the point when brain stops making decisions, it is the 40% you have achieved. So therefore, you need to train to exceed and achieve the other 60%. So definitely, personal values are the values that motivate people, their actions, their responsibilities, and much more. I, definitely, I would go with one of the examples. Like, I would love to donate to the charity. I love spending time with my family. I love spending time to my office work. I dedicatedly do my.
Radhika, for some reasons we lost you.
I think it's
Right now, I'm audible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're audible now. Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone has values, but each person has different value sets. And these differences are so by affected by their individual differences, their beliefs, their upbringing, and much more. Their experiences also. For example, if someone values success, so one person may try to work harder, but whereas someone else may try to get the ladder of the success or their career towards that person. So ultimately, personal values play a very vital role. They affect one's individual's life and has a greater impact.
All right. Thank you, Radhika. Yes, I think I agree to your statement. Personal values really are very impactful when it comes to decision. Kudal, to you. Shanaya, would you like to repeat the question?
Yes. Kunal, can you provide an example of a personal value or belief that has influenced a significant decision in your life?
Sure, ma'am. Before I come to the example, I say that the personal value we get from our past, the values which we get from our parents also. Uh, my personal values are that I not fight. I will take step back and take a and think about that. What the consequences of fight?
Yeah.
So in this, the example or of my life is that that 3 to 4 weeks ago, I am a badminton player. I used to go badminton daily, playing badminton daily. So the I not play well. I play duo badminton. I'm not playing well. So my colleague or my badminton partner, is getting angry with me. So I so I say that don't be angry and this. But daily I am not playing well. So he's getting more angry. So I take a step back and not going for a 1 week. By this, the consequences of fight also demolish. The relation with my friend also get better because of my values are that don't be abused or don't fight. So now, and when I go, they all are means communicating me with me very easily, and with the break I play more better. So my personal values is that to make a decision that don't be in a hyper, take calm and take a decision.
That's very
Yeah.
practical. And Kunal, I was about to ask you. So it's like if you took 1 week of break, did you practice individually so that your game has improved or something? But then you answered yes, you did well after taking a break. So, and also when you said that you do not have to be hyper if somebody is talking to you in a bad manner or whatever. Sometimes it's like the
Yeah.
time you give and things just fall in place.
Yeah.
So, Shanaya, what is your take on that? Do you have any example? I am sure you must, because when you spoke about cultural difference, that is also one of the personal values that everybody comes from. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I agree with what both of you have said, and I think personal values is something that's instilled in you from a very young age. Like as kids, we're taught what's right, what's wrong, and you kind of build up your moral system that way. So for me, like, I can't think of like any concrete example because I feel like I kind of always like just did what I wanted to do, and as long as my friends and my family were happy with that, I was okay with it. But I feel like when I first came to uni, obviously there's a huge cultural difference when you meet people from different
Yeah.
countries and stuff. And obviously they would like to maybe do different things than you would like to do, maybe like go out till late at night, party, whatever. So I feel like over there initially you can get swayed, but then once you sort of develop your, like once you grow up and you have these experiences and you kind of decide for yourself, I mean there's no right or wrong in any situation, but you decide what's best for you in that situation,
Yeah.
and you act accordingly. I think that's where like your personal value system plays a huge role.
All right, so I think we have got three tips from Shanaya, Radhika, and Kunal, and I could see we have got some comments as well. Asta says the blend of emotions and practicality help us be a better version of ourselves. Yes, Asta, you're truly right. And then Laura mentions your friends and family should be a source of inspiration and support, not pressure and judgment. Very, very true.
Yeah.
Especially here again, I'm not been biased or something, but in India, when it comes to pressure and judgment, I have come up from that culture, and then sometimes parents have some expectations for their child to meet, and then when it doesn't happen, then it just have its own repercussions. So yes, it's very true. Parents and vice versa, kids should also be feeling in a way that okay, they are not feeling pressurized, they are also understanding where the family is coming from. And then again, we got something from Shekhar Mishra says personal values always teach us respecting each other and towards our work. Yes, truly. And now, Shanaya, could you please go for the next question?
Okay, so this is the last question of our live stream today. So I'll start with you, Gunjan, this time. We'll change things around a bit.
Okay.
What are some practical exercises or methods that individuals and students can use to improve their decision making skills and reduce the impact of biases?
All right. So I think I'll go for the first and the foremost is to be in discipline.
Yeah.
Why? Because if you're in discipline, you are already in a system. Your body is in the system. So even if something happening around you, it doesn't distract you. For example, I'll give a very normal, common example of corporate people. What they do, they get up 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, they come to work, no matter what is happening in their personal life, no matter what their wife is saying or husband is saying or what happened to the kids, they will come at 9 o'clock, 5 o'clock, they will go home and then they will enjoy their personal life. So this is a sort of discipline they have maintained, and because of that discipline, they are earning, they are able to give to their family, provide to the family. So this is like one common example. Be in discipline. Secondly, I would say do something that you like. And if you don't know what you like, do exercise, do meditation. Why? Because again, that helps you keep on track. So even if something externally happening to you, and that will distract you or that will shatter you out, because you're meditating, exercising, or you're controlling on yourself, you will be on track. And even if something like last minute happens to you, you will be firm on your decision. So this is something is very practical, and I follow it. It's like, and also be prepared. Be prepared, as in, it's like, okay, uh, you have to take some decision. You take 10 minutes, 15 minutes thinking about, okay, if I'm going to take this decision, what is going to happen? If this decision, like the second option, then what is going to
Yeah.
happen? And then decide, okay, so what is the next step? That way you're preparing yourself with the decision that you're making. So yeah, these are the tips. Yeah, Shanaya, over to you.
I think for me, I would go by obviously have a very strong like support system with your friends or your family, whoever. One person is all you need basically in this kind of like just to help you understand the decision. I completely agree. Making a pros and cons list is very helpful. But one thing I want to say is like if there is a risky decision but you want to do it, just do it. You're all young right now. I mean, make all the wrong choices, just learn from it. It will improve your decision making skill later down the line. Like, you probably won't repeat the same mistake twice. So, don't put too much pressure on yourself and be like, I have to do this right. This is going to affect my life. Like, everything sorts itself out. So, even if once or twice, like, you haven't prepared for an exam and you're like, I'm so stressed, I'm going to fail, it's not end of the
The
world.
world.
You're going to have another exam and you're going to prepare for that adequately. So I think those are my two tips.
When you mentioned about age, sorry guys, I'm gonna come back to you. Just one
I
last
know.
line.
Me
Yeah.
also.
So it's like, if Marketa will be watching this or Supriya will be watching this, they will say, what should we do? So in that way, age is just the number. We
Yeah.
know KFC story. We know a lot of stories, like the people who
Yeah.
have started in 56, 57, I don't know, 65, and then they are like a big giants now. So now that is just the line I wanted to add. Now we will go back to Radhika and Kunal.
Let me
Questions,
repeat the
yeah.
question. What are some practical exercises or methods that individuals and students can use to improve their decision making skills and reduce the impact of bias?
Radhika, do you want to go first?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, go on.
So, as I can see from my audience, Asta Snehal is saying meditation and exercise help us to self introspect. I completely agree with Asta Snehal. And according to me, one of the simplest way and the most effective way to improve or to remove any biasness from our decision making is to have feedback from others, or giving the time, or understanding the feelings or the emotions, or what the content they want to say. So definitely, feedback or listening to others is one of the effective way that plays an essential role in removing any biasness. As it can be your family, it can be a relative, it can be any person, it can be a mentor, it can be any influencer, because these are the people who offer constructive criticism, right? And they try to point out our blind spots. Even the most like cost effective way is to reflect on the past scenarios, as whatever mistakes we have done in our past, how we have made that decision, what obstacles we have faced,
Yeah.
or how we have overcome them. So this is the biggest remedy to remove the biasness from our decision making, or whatever comes in our pay to our success, or to the way where we can succeed.
Very true, Radhika. And what you just said is connecting past and present, whereas Laura just mentioned in the comments saying the secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. So it's just not like where you covered past and present. Laura just covered present and future. So yeah, I'm going back to Kunal. Kunal, what is your take on that question? What is the practical thing that you do for that?
Uh, my advice to our audience is that learn from your past or your from mistakes. The Iron Man in a Marvel movie, he always do make a decision by them seeing their past or by seeing their past mistakes.
Yeah.
So my advice is this is take a decision by seeing your past mistakes. And second one is just Gunjan ma'am said that motivation, and the Asta saying that motivation or say meditation part makes you calm and makes and do your heartbeat calm so that you can take your time to make a good decision. Don't be biased in our surroundings views and the uh, informations. And second, do make third is make yourself rational. You can't be biased when you have a information, you have a knowledge. So the knowledge, if you have the our thinking power will make you more make your more better decisions. So get a more knowledge of about anything is make you more rational person and good person, and take a decision more correctly.
Yes,
Yeah.
couldn't agree more with you, Kunal. And on that note, Arvan just said best time to make wrong decisions and learn. Yes, Arvan, and then Mansi Kumari is saying very impressive. So to everybody, Mansi, Arvan, Laura, Aryan, Shivam Gupta is there as well. Astha. Shekhar, everybody, this is the question to you guys. If somebody is struggling in their decision making process, please give us one practical tip that could help them here in the audience, and also your answer will be recorded, and if somebody is seeing this video they will get to know your answer. So please tell us in the comment what is that one practical tip that you want to give to the people who are struggling with their decision making process. And that question now going to Shanaya. uh, do you have any one tip to give to somebody who's struggling with the decision making process?
I mean, I think everyone said everything. I don't have anything to add, but I guess make a pros and cons list. And definitely, what I do is I genuinely just talk to my mom and I ask her if I can't make a decision. I just call her up, and I always trust her decision. So that's what I do. But I mean, having a strong support system, whether it's your friend, your sibling, just ask them for feedback, just consult with them. I'm sure, like I said, guys, everyone makes wrong decisions. It's completely fine. Like, you learn from it. Your past is your best, like, knowledge.
Okay, Shanaya has very practical tip, and no, that is actually very true. You should be having somebody to go back and then ask,
Yeah.
"Am I doing right? Am I doing wrong?" And if they say yes and no, you have an angel in your life. So I'll go back to Kunal
You have someone
quickly.
else to blame as well. Like, if the decision is wrong, I blame it on my mom. I'm like, because you said this has happened. So I don't know. That's what I do. I mean, don't listen to me for advice.
No, we will be listening to you. You're giving us a good practical, like very practical tip. So now I'll quickly go to Kunal. Kunal, do you have? I know we have covered everything, but then just one practical tip that you want to give to other learners who are struggling with their decision making process.
Yes, ma'am. I told you earlier that the your mistakes are the biggest motivations for our life to make a good decision. So I give my advice to this whole audience that see your past mistakes. It will make a better decision tomorrow, so that you can do better in your life.
Okay, so Shanaya said the same thing. Kunal said the same thing. Learn from your past. Let's see what Radhika has to say. Radhika, just one practical tip that you want to give people who are struggling with their decision making.
Completely agreeing with Kunal, as he said that one must look back towards their past mistakes and looking forward to improvise it and further make better decisions into it. As my practical tip, it would be like one could seek the guidance from the mentors to make the better decisions for their future, and they can shape their future well, as they have the reflection of their mentors, as they have the experiences of many much years.
Okay, so everybody is saying learn from your past, and as Arvan said, best time to make wrong decisions and learn. And as Shanaya said, no decisions are right or wrong. You just do it. If you're not getting something, you're truly getting the experience, and that experience you will use for your next decision. So yes, that is what all has to say. I could see a lot of new people right here in the comment, so I just want to make one announcement. As you could see, we have your fantastic learners with us from GL Bajaj. If you think you could be the next learner panel, like you could come on this screen, please message me on LinkedIn, or if you're not connected with me on LinkedIn, you can email us on hello@employability.life. If Radhika and Kunal are your friends and you're interested to coming on this panel, tell them and they will put me in touch with you guys. So yes, I'm telling this because I could see a lot of new audience has come up, and I really want some new faces on this learners panel. So yeah, that is the reason I announced it. And the time is almost done. We are over 3 minutes. So now, okay, we got one comment from Shaker. In my way, or I always discuss with experience one. Okay, that's what Shanaya does and do, and she just keep doing that. Ashish said, I am agree to Radhika again. So thank you so much, Ashish, for your comment. And now, before closing, I'll quickly ask Radhika and Kunal to give your closing statements. Do you have any closing statements prepared? Radhika, I know you have one. So do you want to start?
Yes, ma'am, sure. Like, as we reflect upon the multifaceted versions or the nature of the influence, so let us remember the profound words of Albert Einstein. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. So it can't be changed without changing our thinking.
Right.
Indeed, it is acknowledging the subtleties of our decision making that we pave the way for a mindful and purposeful existence. That's all I want to conclude the topic today.
Thank you so much, Radhika. Kunal, do you have any closing statement?
Not in closing statement, but the words I have to say to my audience that as we come to the end of this session, we all learned so much from this session from ma'am, from both ma'am and Aradhika. We are glad to be here. So my words are that the influence part always be there. Make your own decisions and do good in your life.
Thank you very much, Kunal. That's very true. Shanaya, do you have any closing statement to go? Of course, they have covered everything. We have covered everything, but just like
I
one
don't
last
think
line.
any closing statement of mine will top this. So I'm going to refrain from making a closing statement. It's hard to beat what those guys have said. But I had a lot of fun. I think this is a very important topic. I think we've all learned very how all of us deal with decision making very differently, yet we kind of have some similar points we agree on. So I really enjoyed the session.
Thank you so much. So Shania has enjoyed it. I'm sure you guys. I just wanted to know from the audience, guys. Did you enjoy this session? Say yes, no, put heart. If you didn't like it, just tell us no. I didn't like it. We will get some honest feedback and then we will improve. We will work on it. So everybody, do you like it? Laura said, great session. Vandana Sahu is there. She says, I agree with Kunal Gupta. Kunal, you already got a fan here. And then we have got one more fan for Radhika, and he just say yes. And then Ashish Gupta says beautiful session. So thank you so much, Ashish. And I think you guys are agreed to us. Again, if you want to be in this panel, you want to come at this place as a learner panel, please write to me on LinkedIn. You can connect with us on Instagram. We have Instagram page, so you can just message that I want to be in the learners panel, and we will be in touch with you. I could see a lot of students here, potential students, because I could see they have very beautiful quotes and this and that they are putting in the chat. So I'm really impressed. And Vandana says, I love this session. I really enjoy with Kunal and Radhika. Thank you so much, Vandana. And on that note, I would just say bye. We would be coming back next week, same timing, meaning 2 p.m. and 7:30 India timing, guys, right? Yeah, 7:30 India timing next week, Friday, 2 p.m. UK timing. The topic you will get to know on social media. We put this on Instagram, Facebook, and on LinkedIn as well. And then I am looking for the learners. So if you're interested, please message me, and then I'll take you for the next week. For now, I will be signing off, and we will meet you again next week, same timing, same place. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Shanaya,
much.
would you like to end the stream there?
Yes.
Yeah.